Hey, how are you? And welcome back, all my lovers of Barbie, miniverse, fashion, and all things home decor. I am, of course, your girl Aries, and welcome back to my channel. It has been a very long day, and I still have a pretty long evening ahead of me if all things go well. We'll see. I actually am preparing to have company tonight. As you may know, I now am seeing someone. So, yeah, it's time for him to see my apartment and for him to taste food that I didn't buy or microwave. Heh, how do you like those apples? But I'm going to put up decorations tomorrow. But tonight, we got to focus on this date. So, I have worked on my lighting because definitely got to make sure he sees you in the right light. And as you see, I've added my new dining room light, which, it's nothing fancy, but it's working. And I have also added a light to a table over there with the help of Miniverse. I took a Miniverse table bottom and some techie and a light from the Dollar Tree, and boom, there you go. Instant light. And yeah, those are actually the table bottoms from the Halloween series, which came in perfect handy because I've been needing some little black table lamps. So that works pretty well. And I'm not sure if you really noticed, in my bedroom, I also used the white versions of the table bottoms to make lamps using tea lights. Yeah, tea lights with a remote that actually can go a lot of different colors. And I have found the remote. So, you thought I had lost it and I was never going to be able to show you, but I got one for you. So, yeah, this is downstairs. And actually, I do you one better. I have actually put in an order for me to have custom white shelving unit for my living room. Because, yeah, those are pretty nice starter shelving racks, but yeah, we need something custom, right? How I'm gonna be an interior designer, but I can't even get custom shelves. Like, who does that? But we're gonna stay on topic, and we're gonna stay on task. More importantly, because like I said, I don't have that long as per usual. I never have enough time, and I have got to make a Target run. That's one. Two, I've got to get this place ready because, yeah, I got to put this package away with the rest of my Halloween decor. And, yeah, so we got a lot to do and never enough time, right? Never. So let's get to it because we have no time to waste as per usual. And of course, here is the outfit of the day. Although I am playing around with the idea of changing before he comes over here, just to put on a little something different. I had a client meeting earlier and I got off early so that I could try to clean up. But yeah, and always have to show you the look from the back. Because, yeah, the girl's been working out. And I love my new boots. Of course, these are a pair of mini fashion boots. They're actually supposed to go over my knee, but I was trying to be a little more chill today. Trying to be a little conservative. I so apologize, guys, but I cannot be the only one who finds themselves drinking coffee at like 5, 6 in the afternoon or the evening, because I'm definitely afraid that by like 8 o'clock, I'm going to be ready to pass out based upon the amount of work I'm doing and the amount of things that I'm trying to get done. yeah, by the end of the day, I am like ready to pass out. So this espresso is going to hopefully help me stay awake for this date. Because the last thing somebody wants is to drive a long distance and then have you fall asleep. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to make it. Keep me in prayer, y'all. One more hit of this espresso and I'll be able to get back on task. I'm getting a text message. Hold on. Oh, it's him. He just letting me know that he's going to be on time. Or maybe a few minutes late. I don't know. Let me see. Okay. He has a press conference after his game. So he's gonna not get here until 9 o'clock. Alrighty. Well, as long as it's before 12. My grandmama always said ain't nothing open after 12 but some legs. Definitely need y'all to know Aries loves the Lord, but I am of the world, honey. Of the world. Plus, have y'all seen my new boo? Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna react tonight when he's here in my apartment. Alright, let me seal this box up and get back on task because I have on shoes in my house and I do not like having shoes on. But I have got to go to Target. I'm gonna go put this in storage and I will be right back. And really quickly, let me show you these lights. And I can make them any color. And tonight, let's make them red to go along with my picture. Or maybe I'll make them blue. What do you think? Blue or red? Let me know. Which one is your preference? I'm thinking I might go red. Yeah, and you can't beat having a remote. And again, these lights are just mini brands, Miniverse. I always get those two confused. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm such a huge fan. You would think I wouldn't, but I definitely do. Yeah, I love the Miniverse tables for the fact that I can reuse the bottoms for so many things. I like them for lights, but they're also good for other things. Like I've made bases of larger scale tables because the ones that come with the Miniverse are way too small. But this by far is my best use and I love it. And I love collecting all the different colors of table bottoms because it just gives me more options. And I'm absolutely loving this fur throw blanket that I found. Such a good addition to my bed. Now let's go ahead and conserve electricity and turn these lights off until we need them. And in preparation for our date, I set up a nice little candle display. So let's go ahead and turn those on so that we can set the mood. And here are our candles flickering, which I absolutely adore. And I was able to create those by repurposing something that I honestly don't see what we could use it for other than a few things. But you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. So if you purchased the Miniverse Spa series and you were able to get the bath bombs, you are in possession of the little holder that makes the circular bath bombs. Now, those things actually, if you know, they come in 3 pieces. Very easy to disassemble and put back together. I just took some fairy lights and a few pieces of glue stick and I cut like a corner or a little wedge out of it, and then I just put the fairy light up against the candle and put the candle in the little silver basin, and then I just slipped the little clear plastic covering back on, and now I have a candle. And to make it look more authentic, of course, I put some additional glue around the edges to make it look like the candle has melted a little bit. I did that on both of them, but you can see it a lot more on this one because I painted this one silver on the top that's melted, just to give it a little dramatic effect. But I'm absolutely happy with this. I think that it looks very nice in my opinion. And you know, let me know what you guys think. So it's a simple craft that you can definitely do on your own. And because I only realistically needed 2 lights for this thing, and you know, fairy lights are very long. So here's what I did with the remainder of the fairy lights that's attached to the strand. And I personally love making floral arrangements, so I'll go to my local nursery, which is Rosie's Decor and Flowers, and I'll pick up different flowers. And I love to repurpose the Mini Brands Create series. They have some really nice vases in that series. The flowers can be a bit larger than you need them to be for 1/6 scale, but the actual vases themselves work perfectly. So that is a Mini Brands Create vase with my own flowers. I did take the greenery from their flowers, as you can see, and the greenery is, you know, gives it a little something extra, but it looks really nice, and I love it. And you guys often comment that you like the way that my house is decorated, and as you can see, my house is always being changed. You can come back from episode to episode and you'll see something different. I am forever coming up with something and trying to implement it. So if you guys can come up with any ideas that you want to share, please feel free to share them in the comments. I'm always open to suggestions. And I just love the way that looks. Like, it's a vibe. It's a whole vibe. Now, as I was saying, I basically only used 3 lights from a huge string of lights on my table. Of course, it's, you know, the 2 candles and then an extra light in between. But I was able to use the rest of the lights to light up my refrigerator and my shelving unit above it, which I know so many people have this kitchen set, but I can honestly say I've never seen anybody run lights through it. So let me show you what it looks like when you run lights through a modern kitchen. Now, as you see, it looks phenomenal in my opinion, of course. But yeah, I have not, to my recollection, in all of the shows that I've seen on YouTube or anything, I have not seen anybody run lights through this refrigerator. As you can see, I started by using my fairy light base with my batteries at the bottom of the unit, which is the freezer, so I can pull the drawer out from the opposite side. So this is the back side, of course. I can flip my lights on, and then I use the light to go up one, over one with a light, then back across, over one with a light, then up. There's a light in the middle, and then there's one light on this side, back across, another light on that side, up, and then across, a light, and then back across, another light, and then up. Then a light, of course, and then another light. And then the back piece is slid on, and then that goes outside of the back. Like, well, we reversed it. So it's like that. And then I just bring the lights down, run it along the wall to go over to the table, which I can hide it in my photography, so that works for me. And then I ran the light from the floor to the table and underneath of the runner, and then went up the back of the candle, as you can see, with the wires, cutting a little piece out where the top light can fit through. And then I ran it across to the other side, and there's one light in between that kind of shines underneath of my base. And then I go back over and did the exact same process on the other candle. Now once the lights have been placed on the candles, I just slid the little clear part back onto the base for the bath bomb maker, and there we go. And now we have lights in both the table and the refrigerator. Perfectly, couldn't be happier with it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, because yeah, I definitely am pleased with it. And I think I don't personally use the rest of the modern kitchen in this kitchen, but I will be using the modern kitchen complete set in other builds that I've done, or other builds that I will do. I've actually had a day last week where I basically just spray painted everything. Like everything. I spray painted the truck. That I told you I was going to spray paint. I spray painted furniture pieces. 1 second and I'll show you actually a furniture piece that I spray painted. And I really had to like go back and forth in my mind of whether I wanted to use that furniture piece in my kitchen or the current one. But you'll see what I'm talking about in 2 seconds. Let me turn these lights off in the interest of electricity conservation. And as you all can see, I am very much one for organization. These cute little white containers that I put all of my leftovers in. It looks so basic now when the lights aren't on, but it's okay. I can deal. The great thing is now with all this lighting in my house, I don't even really have to use much of my studio lighting, which that's pretty good. But I don't know, maybe the other light would be a lot better for my complexion. I had to look at this video and see. Yeah, I think I'm liking the way that it looks with just a little bit of studio light. But you know, I'm very much a lover of Clueless, and Cher Horowitz's the advice that she gave. She told Ty, it's all about the lighting, you know, you gotta make sure you're working your angles and your lighting. So I definitely gotta make sure my lighting is right before my company comes over. But let's go to Target real quick so that I can pick up the things I need for dinner, because I'm cooking tonight. Yay for me, I'm cooking. Don't I seem so excited about it? That vase right there is yet another example of when you don't use that resin in your vases, you can reuse them with whatever beautiful flowers you can find. And let me grab my phone so that I can get out of the door and run to Target. Be right back, guys. And I'm back. And let me do a time check. Oof, that Target run took a little longer than I thought it would have. But we are good, I think. It's not even 7:20. So let me get the opening so I can get to cooking. And again, our first capsule of the day is this Miniverse Make It Target at 85.7 grams. Layer 1 down, layer 2 down, And how cute is my little Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas? Absolutely adore it. It matches my decor perfectly. And in this capsule, I was able to receive a basket, of course, the instructions, and this is the collector's guide to let you know what is available in the series. So let's take a look at the collector's guide. And here is a look at the guide with its 12 recipes. All very adorable, all with perfect little components or ingredients to make your recipe. And I would personally love to have all of them, especially that lava cake. Ugh, I absolutely adore chocolate and ice cream. And here is the back of our collector's guide, which gives you the instructions on preparation. I am so excited to find out what we have in our basket. The first thing that we see in our basket are these adorable stickers that are very much the same stickers that you could get at your local Target. We also get this little bullseye head, which is totally adorable, and I have personally found a use for it, and I will tell you that use after we open up all our capsules. Before we completely open this package, I absolutely adore this tissue paper that was wrapped around each item of the series. It is totally cute and totally reusable, so I'll definitely have to find a few uses for it and share it with you. So at 85.7 grams, you would be able to find the lobster ravioli recipe. I have wanted this recipe ever since I heard it was coming out, so I am extremely pleased that I got it today. And with the lobster ravioli comes basil that you can use as your garnish, also Alfredo sauce and Italian seasoning. And we cannot forget about this lovely Target basket, which is totally appropriate, and it's a great size. You can fit quite a few things in this basket. And look at the details on these packages. Totally an awesome representation for these goods. And of course, these are the Good and Gather products found at your local Target. Now, I'm not sure about your experience, but I actually went to Target in real life and tried to find the lobster ravioli. I could not find them, but I was able to find them on their website, and they say that my store has them. So I guess the next time I go in, I have to really ask an associate where they are. But Target's website says that their lobster ravioli, if you're interested, by Good and Gather, is $5.99. So that's not bad, and I believe it is, okay, so it's something that you can cook in 5 minutes. I believe all you have to do is boil the water. Matter of fact, I can see the directions on the real package. I can't see them on this package. This package doesn't have any directions or anything. But the actual preparation for these raviolis is to boil plenty of salted water, add pasta, reduce heat, do not boil. I don't know how that could be possible, but simmer for 4 to 5 minutes, stirring occasionally, and then drain. So we are definitely going to follow that proper preparation today. So I'm gonna put on some water and I'm going to bring it to a boil. Then I'm gonna add my ravioli and cook them for 5 minutes, and then we're going to simmer and drain. So let's get to that process. And if you're interested, you can find roasted garlic Alfredo, 15 ounces by Good Gather for $1.89. That is 13 cents per ounce. That's not bad. That's truly not bad. And in comparison, Bertolli Alfredo will cost you $2.99. So almost a complete dollar more. So if you're, looking for a budget-friendly meal, the Good and Gather products are right where you need to be. And your Good and Gather Italian seasoning just went to a new lower price. It used to be $1.19. Now the new lower price is 99 cents. So not bad at all. Not bad at all. So this complete meal, this meal kit cost us $9.99, of course. But what is truly impressive, if you use these Target products, you can spend the same amount as a capsule and make a meal for two. Awesome date night idea. Let me first start by washing my hands. Now I'm filling my pot with water. Next I'm going to add my salt to my water and let it get up to the point where it's almost boiling. Now let's add our lobster ravioli to our water. I've added my lobster ravioli and I'm going to grab a spoon and give it a good stir to separate them. And now we're going to give it a good stir. Now let's add our Good and Gather Alfredo sauce to our pot so that it can simmer while we're making our ravioli. And I love the consistency of this stuff. It is so creamy. Now let's give everything a stir. Make sure it's mixed up very well. Let everything simmer about 5 minutes, and the ravioli should be done when they start to float. So once you see them start floating, yeah, it's about time to take them out. Now I'm gonna add my Italian seasoning to my Alfredo sauce and give that a good stir, and yeah, and we're almost done. Let me tidy up a bit so that we can open the other capsules while we're waiting on our ravioli to simmer. But first, let me put this colander in the sink to get ready to drain. Next, let's open our Miniverse Make It Mini Food Diner Series 3 capsule and see what we get. But first, let's check and see if there are any pinholes. And today we are opening a capsule that has a pinhole underneath the Nuwari sushi, I believe that is. So let's get that open so that we can see what we get when the pinhole is there. Layer 1 down, layer 2 down. And in our capsule, we got a directions, a warning pack, a table with base that we will make another light out of. Quickly do. And really quickly, let's take a look at our Miniverse Make It Foodie Diner Series 3 Collector's Guide. And these are all the things that you can get. Super cute. I love the little princess roll cake. Definitely would like to have that. And the ribs, and I wouldn't mind having that jello mold so that I actually have a mold. And yes, I would love to have that bento box and the sushi and the veggie burger. I wouldn't mind having that. And here is the instruction series on how each recipe should be built. And we received the summer salad today. This is totally adorable. It comes with cherry tomatoes and avocados and a spring salad mix. Not spring, summer. A summer salad mix balsamic vinaigrette dressing. It comes with a plate, a placemat, and a fork, tongs, and the topper for your cloche. And here is a closer look at our avocado, closer look at our cherry tomatoes. Totally lifelike. Absolutely adoring the visual. Here is our Happy Sun Farms spring mix. Totally realistic. Absolutely loving all the details. And let's take a look at the back. Fresh stuff. Serving size. So many details. They won the Fresh Award for this pack. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm super cautious when I open these packages because I don't want anything to fly out, to be honest, for one. And for two, I like the packaging, so I want to reuse it. I don't want to mess it up by ripping it too crazy. So I always use my small blade to make a small hole in all of my packaging. That way, when you look at it from the front, it still looks completely closed. See, from the front, you would never know that it's open, but it definitely is open. So let's pour some of our spring mix into our bowl. Now let's give our spring mix a nice mix. Now let's add our balsamic. Now we've added our avocado. Now let's add our cherry tomatoes. We give it one last mix. And we're done with our summer salad. It is so vibrant and colorful, and I could imagine very flavorful with the addition of the avocado and the balsamic. So if you haven't tried this, maybe you try it in real life. Now let's put our already prepped salad into the refrigerator until we are ready to eat. And let's store our already used ingredients. And the timer just went off on my phone for our ravioli. So let me get those out of the pot and into the colander. I always drain my pasta and then I hit it with an extra little dash of salt. Now let's get to our last capsule. Coming in at 90 grams because I have to hurry up because it's now 8 o'clock. Layer 1 down, 2 down. And we received the bullseye cookies, which is perfect because I need a dessert. Can't serve a person dinner and a salad without some kind of sweet thing to wash it all down. And we get our little bullseye head. And we received the bullseye cookies. As I said, we have our favorite days cookie icing. We have our bullseye cookies, of course. We have our little transfers to put his face on after we put the icing on. And we also have stickers and a little wicker tray to be able to hold our cookies. So let me put my oven on preheat and I can pop these in while I take a shower and get ready for my date. Let's put our cookies in the oven along with a loaf of Italian bread that I want to get toasted. Nothing goes better with pasta than bread. Okay, perfect timing. He just texted me and let me know he's on his way. So that's about 25 minutes I have. So I hope I have enough time to get everything done. We shall see. Now let's use some of our miscellaneous dishware from other recipes to set the table. I'm going to be using some bowls and also some plates and forks. So let's set the table. And I almost forgot, I wanted to use the mini burst placemats to create my own placemats using some shiny fabric that I got from my local Michaels. And using these placemats as a template, I want to create my own little fancy placemats or chargers. So I'm going to use this and measure it out and get to cutting. Be right back. Okay, I cut placemats and I also cut napkins. So I am totally prepared for tonight. Back to setting our table. I am now going to place 2 placemats on the table and 2 napkins. Oh, I need cups. I gotta get cups. And here is my finished table. Let me know what you think in the comments. I think it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. So let me get in the shower so that I can be ready when he gets here. I think I might hear the timer for the cookies. Let me take those out. I finished just in time. He's here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now that our raviolis are strained, we're going to take our Alfredo sauce and add it to our raviolis. Now let's add our Italian herbs or our Italian seasoning. And with the addition of our basil, we are now finished our lobster ravioli. And they look absolutely delicious. I hope he enjoys them. And I had time to do all of our cookies except one. So, yeah, it's fine. But I think I hear my doorbell. Hello. Hey, what's up? How you doing? I'm good. How are you? I'm good. Congratulations. Thank you. It's putting up big numbers tonight, huh? I was trying. You look good. Thanks. I have to wear a suit on game day, but you know it ain't my thing. I know. But you do look nice. Thank you so much. You look nice too. Thank you so much. Do a spell. You are so funny. Good? Very good. Your place is really nice. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Well, I mean, I would expect nothing less. You're an interior designer, right? Of course. And the food looks delicious. I'm starving. Yeah? Yeah. You want to change first? Yeah, let me get out of this. Okay. You always copying my outfit. Whatever, yo. You know you be watching on my Instagram. So how you be knowing what I'm wearing. Whatever. Nobody want to dress like you. You're funny. I'm not a saint, but I'm not a total sinner. Goodness grief. Good morning, guys. It's the morning after my date, and as you can see, I have company still. And this isn't enough. We just slept in the bed together, which kind of made me happy because he was showing that he's capable of being a gentleman. But I know it was probably a point where he wanted to do something, but wasn't gonna happen. But let me get into a fresh pair of clothes and I can start my day. Be right back. And we're back. Oh my goodness, I cannot be the only one who has their phone in their hand from the minute they wake up in the morning. I mean, it's like second nature now. I open my eyes, I pick up the phone. I didn't even say good morning to the person that's in my bed, but I picked up this phone. I need to work on that. Good morning, baby. I hope you slept good. You were a very good girl last night. Good morning, my little girl. You ready to go eat breakfast? Mama's gonna pour you your food and give you some fresh water, okay? Come on, let's go. Come on, mommy will give you some food. Would I be wrong if I eat one of those cookies first thing in the morning? They look so good and they were so delicious. Oh, you like my little cookie jar I made using the bullseye topper? Very easy. I just used a Dremel to cut off the bottom piece that would go into the cloche. And yeah, I actually used poster putty to stick it to the top. That way, as the different series come out, because it seems like every series has cookies, I can possibly use the cloche from that series to make the cookies more noticeable. So, just a little hack or a little idea that I had that's very simple to do. You just need a little flip top container, a Barbie-sized Tupperware container, and you're in business. So, just a project to try. Nothing complicated. You're hungry, aren't you, baby? You make sure you eat all your food up. I'm gonna start this drip on this good espresso so that I can get fully awake. Couldn't use a nice little jolt of energy in the morning. I know I definitely require it sometimes. I love espressos, cappuccinos, and the occasional latte. Do you guys have a favorite? Let me know in the comments. And I got to say I love a caramel frappe from McDonald's. When you are in need of some energy and it's a warm day, it's nothing better than one of those. So last night I had a little forethought and I said, well, what happens in the morning if perhaps he stays over and I don't have anything to eat in the morning? So I picked up this Target Miniverse Make It Mini, and I am very curious to see what's in it. Maybe it's something that we can use for breakfast, because I get tired of eating pancakes. This particular capsule weighs 100 grams, so let's see what we can find at 100 grams. 1 down and 2 down. And in this capsule, we received the Favorite Days Bakery cinnamon rolls. We received the Good and Gather milk chocolate chips and the Favorite Days sweet and salty nut topping. We also received the Good and Gather plain whipped cream and a very nice little stand with topper to store or display our cinnamon rolls once they are prepared. So let's get started making our cinnamon rolls. And how cute is this packaging? I mean, it is display accurate or picture accurate. Like, I can literally go to Target right now, pick up these Good and Gather products, and it would look identical. So thank you, Miniverse, for your commitment to detail, as always. And how accurate is this little spatula? Totally appropriate, totally necessary, and yeah, thank you for giving it to us. Now I'm going to treat these cinnamon rolls as if they were out of a Poppin' Fresh, Pillsbury or something of that nature. So we're going to start by preheating our oven to 400 degrees. And if you're using a non-stick pan, then you might want to change your temperature to 375. You're going to grease around your cake pan, or in this case, we're going to use this baking sheet. I'm going to spray our baking sheet with some Pam, and then we are going to put our cinnamon rolls onto the baking pan. So we're using a non-stick pan. We're going to use 375 degrees, and I'm going to put that on there and wait for the timer to beep. And then we're going to put our cinnamon rolls onto our baking sheet, and we'll be off to the races once the temperature reaches 375. And the packaging opened very easily, just basically by flipping the top. And I could leave the sticker where it was. So that's always a bonus when we don't have to mess up the display. I almost forgot. Let me wash my hands. Okay, now that that's done, now I can feel free to touch these things without risking contamination. You know I'm a germaphobe, right? Now we have all 4 cinnamon rolls on our baking sheet, and our timer has just gone off. So let me put these things in the oven. Now, because I don't like things to get burnt, and they seem to burn for me fairly easy, I'm going to set the timer on the lower end of the scale, which it says that they could take 13 to 17 minutes to cook. I'm going to put them on a timer for 13 minutes and check if they're golden brown. And if they're not, then I'll give them the extra 4 minutes. But proceed with extreme caution if you don't want these things to burn. Okay, I'm going to put these in the oven. Remember, 13 minutes. I always try to leave a little space between them when I put them on the baking sheet. That way they have room to expand as they bake. Now I'm going to take a few moments and check my emails and enjoy this cup of espresso. And my timer just went off at 13 minutes and they still look a little doughy. So I'm going to cook them the additional 4 minutes to make sure that they're cooked all the way through. But they've got my place smelling absolutely fabulous. Smells like cinnamon. So I'm thinking that that's going to wake somebody up sooner than later. But we'll see. So now let's get these out so that we can give them a nice topping of our cream cheese spread. They look so good. I've cooked them just the right amount of time. We're going to give them a few minutes to cool because I've learned my lesson the hard way. When you put cream cheese on cinnamon rolls before they are warm and not like extremely hot out of the oven, the cream cheese will just melt and it won't even look like you put anything on it. So that we don't have that happen, we're going to give it maybe like 4 or 5 minutes just to cool down a little bit, and then we're going to put our cream cheese topper. Now this might sound weird, but I honestly don't like icing them all at the same time. I would prefer to be able to warm them in the microwave and then be able to ice them as needed. So I am going to ice 2 of them and decorate them with our nuts and our chocolate chips. And then the other 2 I'm just going to leave until needed. So I'm going to remix this a bit. We're supposed to use the cream cheese plain whipped that's in this tub, but I'm going to actually use the frosting or the white resin that came with our lobster raviolis last night. So let me get that out, and I'm going to use the nozzle. That way I can make the decoration look picture perfect versus trying to, I don't know, haphazardly make it look nice with the spatula in this tub. So let's see if we have a better result with the little basic piping thing than we would with the spatula. So here we have our cooking icing with our nozzle, and like I said, I'm going to use these to try to make a nice, pretty presentation. We'll see how it turns out. Oh yeah, I think that was definitely a better idea. If you can find the Target cookies before you make the cinnamon rolls, using a piping nozzle to directly get the swirls completely like around that little swirl makes them look all the more appetizing. I am so happy. Now let's put on our nut topper and hope that doesn't make them look super messy. And because I want to use these miniatures again, the toppers, the chocolate chips, and the nuts, I very carefully put small slits in the back of the packaging and on the side of the packaging for the chocolate chips so that when they're on display, you would never know they were open. I used my smallest X-Acto knife very carefully to make these small slits. And now you can see from the front, they look like they've never been opened. Just a little hack. let's add our nuts. Now we're done with our nuts on our 1 cinnamon roll, and I'm extremely happy. I used the tongs off camera, of course, to be able to place them strategically so that they didn't mess up my icing. Now let's use our chocolate chips to decorate our 2nd cinnamon roll. And we are now done with our cinnamon rolls, and I am so happy with the way they look. They came out absolutely perfect. Took a little effort, but we got them, and they look so delicious. And they smell even better. Good God, what you make? Oh man, cinnamon rolls? It's my favorite. My mama used to make them when I was a kid. Yeah? Oh yeah, I had these for breakfast a lot of mornings. But I can say they ain't never looked that damn good. Them things got chocolate chips on it. So I assume you want that one. Yeah, I definitely want the one with the chocolate chips on it. You go with the one with the nuts? Yeah, I love nuts. That's what she said. Hey, that's not cool. Thank you guys for joining me last night for dinner and today for breakfast. I hope you have a great rest of your day, no matter where you are. And yeah, like, comment, share, and subscribe if you like this content. And we look forward to seeing you again. Remember, always do your best, even if no one else thinks it's enough. Until next time, see y'all later.